Okay, so I've lied in the title, let me quickly clear that up. So when I was booking this hotel, I was of the understanding this was the oldest hotel in Blackpool. I'll cut a long story short, I basically just misunderstood what the articles that I was reading were talking about. It turns out there's one of the hotel which is a little bit older, that's called the Old Coach House, built in 1851, and then this one we're staying in tonight is called the Forshaws Hotel. It was called the Clifton back in 1865, and one hotel off being the oldest. And of course, just a noticeable mention is the Metropole Hotel, which was, I think the construction started in 1776 for that, something like that. Very old hotel. But if you live in Blackpool, you're probably well aware that it's full of people from other countries. So it's not actually an active hotel. You can't book it, you can't stay there. So I've disqualified it from the list. So yeah, here we are. This is the Forshaws Hotel, constructed in 1865. It's a Grade 2 listed historical building here in Blackpool. I booked it for one night tonight. Let's take a look around. Right, so walking in, the first thing I'll mention is they said the air conditioning wasn't working. However, in the room is absolutely freezing. In a good way, because the weather's warm right now. So that's a bonus. Right, walking in, you've immediately got a bit of a colour scheme going on. Nice yellows, got a big sign on the wall. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. Poetry, right, nice. Nice yellow wall, not many scuffs, looking pretty freshly painted. A couple of little bits down here, nothing too crazy. Nice grey door as well, that's actually a nice door. Big mirror when you walk in, very nice. Now that's the hotel there if you want to see the logo and the name. Forshaws Hotel. One thing about this room is it seems to be, I don't want to show you around the rest of the room yet, but it's just like half empty. You do, however, ignore the bag, have a little desk here, little funky coloured mirror. Desk, quite a big dent there, like someone's battered it with a hammer or something. But yeah, nice design. Surface is clean. The mirror itself, fair play, it is clean. Little egg style looking chair. Scuffs, again, it's just not the most safe chair, but it'll do. This is literally how we've walked into it, by the way. There's no tray here, it's kind of just like oddly dumped on the side. It's like they've cleaned it and then just not bothered placing it nicely. The mugs, which, oh, that is a hair. Oh no. There is another hair on the bottom of the mug there. There was a long hair. Oh, there you go. I can actually see it dangling off. I'm just going to go and pinch that off. Big long hair attached to the mug. Is not the most reassuring thing in the world, is it? But yeah, nice big hair on the bottom there as well. That's quite concerning. Scuffs and dents. It's just old worn. We just need some replacements. The kettle looks like it's seen better days, and those better days would have been back in 1992. Perfectly clean inside, to be fair. Just the top of it, so like you can see next to the power button there, where it's just like worn down. You can see it's like brown dirt around the edge. Concerning. Again, pretty dirty, worn down on top. Bits around the side. Date tested 2023. Right, okay. It'll do. You have a hairdryer as well, which again, just about matching the kettle. Worn down, manky old white plastic, which is now turned off-white. Yeah, a bit disappointing. And that's extremely dusty on there as well. Just basic, really. Just basic. It's not overly filthy or anything like that. Just pretty basics. And that's what lets the room down for the most part. Again, you got like paint over here. You can feel the thick dust on here. Which Amy's currently in the bathroom, so this is probably concerning here in this review. Yeah, thick dust. It's not the most expensive hotel I've done, certainly not the cheapest either. So getting a little bit disappointed would be the word. Odd artwork outside. I did translate this, I had a few words correct. Translates to, we need to work hard every day. Hay que trabajar cada día más. Random bit of courtyard outside. You do have this double layering on the windows. Does look a bit of a prison outside. Not a fan of this courtyard bit. Genuinely, it looks like a prison. Bit of sunlight out there and the sea's just over that side. Cobweb. Dust build up there, filth all over the inside of this window, huge cracks up the wall. Oh, some concerning looking patches on the wall there, like someone's thrown a drink. Window's got bubbles in it. Yeah, loads of bubbles. Don't know how well the camera picks this up, but there's a lot of little bubbles through that. Not raindrops, I assure you, that is all bubbles. Nice hair down here. Do we ever avoid them? Build up in the corner that could have been hoovered reasonably easy. I say reasonably, extremely easy. Wallpaper peelings, that's damp. Curtains are pretty seasidey vibes. And they're old, but it's thick. Good quality stuff, perfectly clean. Little TV on the wall, didn't even see that. Just worth pointing as well. That's the lights off, yeah? That's the lights on. That one doesn't work. Nothing. Which is a little bit annoying, because now the room's in darkness over there. But regardless, let's continue. Not sure what size bed it is, but it is pretty big. I did have a look underneath. Perfectly clean, is hoovered as well, so that's a nice bonus. Oh no, that's all thick dust under there, they've not even hoovered. Oh god. And on the skirting boards as well. Look at that. Pathetic. That's what it is. A little bit of rubbish as well down there. That's one of those, like, not cable ties, but one of those, like, tie things as well. Filth in the corner, another bit of rubbish. Spillage up and down the wall, like coffee stains. Hair on the wall, another hair on the wall. The deeper I dive, the more concerned I am. TV on the wall, little LG. It's not big at all, it's maybe 22 inch or something like that. There's the air conditioning unit, which is working. Receptionist told us it wasn't working, but it is. And then I do like this over here, to be fair. Nice little storage unit. A couple of hangers as well. All matching, that's a relief. But other than that, it's just back to that blank space. It's just nothing. We're missing something. It's huge. It's a good sized room. It's a very good sized room, but all we've got's that. Nothing else is touching the ground. Literally nothing else. No storage, no TV stands, no bedside cabinets are all built in. That is literally the only thing on the ground. Right, anyway, let's have a look at the bathroom. Right, and the bathroom. So the colour scheme's a bit all over the place, as you can immediately tell by the lipstick red floor. Right, let's work our way in. I do like the doors, nice modern colour. Bit of a rickety hook that took so long to get out of my brain. Lights, which the colours don't match. That was very annoying. One's like a white and one's like a, what was that, warm. Very clean, fresh feeling towel, we'll take it. A couple of cups as well. Hair on there, hair's there. Bit of a residue dirt around the tap as well, that's disappointing. And it has not been polished in the slightest. What's lurking in the corner? Just something. Paper, I believe. What the hell is this? That's minging. Amy's gonna be fuming. She can see this when the video comes out. When we've left. That's just all thick mould. Thick dust build up in the corner as well. That is ridiculous. All dusty, dirty. That's not been wiped in ages. Looking at this silver thing I'm talking about, that's not been wiped in a long time. You can see dirt build up in the corner. Kind of questioning about kneeling on this now. Right. Inside, not looking too much better. Pretty minging in the corner. I'm not even going to touch that. Normally I don't mind touching stuff, but I'm not touching that. Just all the sealant. Sealant's not been changed again. Probably 92. Bloody hell, fresh out of HMP Blackpool. Filthy looking. Big hairs up there on the wall. 1 and 2. Shower head as a bonus is looking pretty reasonably clean. That's pretty polished. It's not brilliant, is it? Another hair down there. Another hair on the wall. Another hair on the wall. Another one hiding on the right as well. Even just like this, the grout in between the tiles. Orange. It's mostly, oh no, this wall's not alright, never mind. All thick orange. Disappointing. For the price I paid, that's disappointing. I've seen better quality at like a £15 hotel, and I genuinely have. That is very disappointing. Right, so we've been out to the cinema, we've been out and got some food, different tasks. It looks really grungy on this screen. Not me. The room, because it is grungy, let's be honest. I've noticed a couple of things about the room and I'm just going to take you through them now and then we're going to do a bed test. Actually, first thing to mention was the parking situation. There is a car park just around the corner. It's Blackpool, half the town's car parks for some reason, but there is one literally just 30-second walk around the corner. The only issue is if you want to park in there for 24 hours, it's £19, which I genuinely thought it was going to be maybe £10. So that's the first downside. If you do want to park, then it's pretty expensive. And that was actually one of the cheaper ones we saw. Right, so the first major downside is that the TV doesn't work at all. There is a power button here. Doesn't work at all. There's also a remote, which is a Samsung remote, but the TV is LG. And again, it does absolutely nothing. And then one of the other things to point out is this. Kind of like someone's punched a hole in the wall nearly, which we are literally just next to all the nightclubs. So that is to be expected. Drunk people coming up and battering the place. There was one more point she just reminded me. I set this to 26 degrees 3 hours ago before we went cinema. That is still freezing. Tried turning it off and it just makes weird noises. Does that, comes back on. Keeps going. So it's been on there for hours, going and going and going, and the room is freezing. Immediately sweat stains on the first pillow that I've looked at. Bad ones as well.
I can see them from mine. That's disgusting. We've just been led on them.
We were led on them eating. I don't know how well the camera does it justice, but it's filthy. Really bad. This is meant to be a historic, nice video. It's turned into a worse rated. Sheets clean. Mattress has got a topper. Piss. The actual mattress underneath isn't brilliant, but it's not the worst I've seen. What the hell is that? Tissue, just a bit of tissue mashed under there. 06/2013. This mattress is 12 years old. All hairs all over here as well. Always difficult to pick it up on camera, but I do my best. And yeah, you can just about see the urine stains. Ultimately, far from the worst I've seen, but it's not the best either. Just kind of like odd little patches all over. Somehow I forgot to record an outro on this one. I'll put my full review on screen now of what I thought of this hotel. And of course you're wondering the price I paid. The total price I paid was that. Overall extremely disappointing what we found in the room for the price, especially given the history and grade 2 listed building, and I was expecting this amazing experience, but ultimately very disappointed. Just to add that one little more downside to it, I will put some clips on screen now that are caught of the exits, the stairwell on the way out. These are clips that I saw and thought I'll put these out in the video as well. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one.